Do they just seem to come out really early and take a swing at you? Did you think your guys met that energy? Were you disappointed in your energy at the beginning?
I just think they physically took it.
Two questions for you. One, what do you think kind of kept Clay from really being able to get anything going on offense for him?
Yeah, I thought they were really physical early in the game. So his first few shots weren't great looks, and so I think he fell out of rhythm. It can happen, as a shooter, you miss your first few, and the game isn't coming as easily. And I give them credit for their defense. They were really physical all night and made it tough on us.
And then, I guess following up with the physicality of Sacramento, a lot of the turnovers, just their ball pressure on you guys. We talked a lot about needing to not turn the ball over heading into this. What, I guess, kind of caused you guys to cough up the ball so much, and how did that change the momentum of this game?
Yeah, the first half, I think we had 10 turnovers, if I'm not mistaken, and did a better job in the second half. But, some of it was just, some careless decisions. Some of it was De'Aaron Fox had a couple steals on the ball. So the pressure on the ball bothered us. And then I think, later on in the game, Steph was trying desperately to get us back in it, and he was making some plays where he felt like he had to try to make something happen, and we got a little bit out of our offense at that point.
Steve, over here on the side to your right. Following up on Kendra's question on Clay, how difficult was it for you to see him struggle like that, given everything he's meant to the organization, everything he kind of fought through this season to have a very good second half, to see it end like that? Yeah. What was that like for you?
It's tough. It's tough. I love Clay so much. I mean, what he's meant to me in the 10 years we've been together. I've watched him the last couple of years, fighting the feeling of devastation from the injuries. And I've watched him this year really flip his season around with his approach, and I saw him, enjoy the second half of the season and play with a little more freedom, a little more joy. And so tonight was tough to see him struggle. But as I told the guys in there, that it's all part of being an athlete and being an NBA player. I mean, there's incredible highs and really tough lows, and this was a tough one for Clay and for the whole team. We didn't play very well, and it hurts. So it's all part of it.
Coach, is it inevitable that you mentioned being sentimental? That I don't know how long you've started kind of feeling that way, but what were your thoughts as you went into the locker room, knowing that the locker room may look a lot different, or perhaps it could look the same?
Yeah, I mean, and it's that way anyway. Even if you're winning, every year you lose guys and bring new guys in, and the relationships that you build in this job are really special, because you go through so many emotional highs and lows together, and you form these powerful bonds that last a lifetime. It's what I love about team sports. I mean, my best friends in life are, my former teammates who I played with, and there's something incredibly powerful about, these relationships. And you just know that every year there's going to be changes, and it's part of the business, but doesn't make it any easier.
Steve, it felt like this game was much more like early in the season, the hump you got over, where it's like they're throwing all this at Steph and you need somebody else. You've got a lot of guys who can score, but it feels like you just didn't know who was scoring that night. Just how difficult is that to run an offense when you don't know which guy it's going to be, or maybe if two guys are having a bad night?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got to do a better job next year of helping us offensively, helping us find a little more rhythm. I think we got a little too dependent on individual play this year. Last couple of years, really, we've we haven't had the same rhythm and flow that we've had over the last decade, and I think my staff and I have to really look at everything we're doing and try to create a little more offensive flow to help our secondary players get easier shots and better rhythm.
Just everything that required the second half of the season, going 27-12 to kind of get to this point. Did you sense at all that kind of took a toll, having to win so many games like that just to get here?
No, I mean, I don't think that was why we lost tonight. I think we found a really good formula and a good groove in the second half. To me, what this season is about is how many great teams there are in the West. For us to win 46 games and be the 10th seed, that's you go back in the history of the league, 46 on average probably gets you the 5th seed. We got a bunch of teams going for it. Bunch of teams who have loaded up, really talented, really well coached. So the West is just a bear this year. And, you got New Orleans and Sacramento. One of them is going to be out of the playoffs on Friday. Both have had great seasons. And but you look at everybody above us, Dallas, Denver, Clippers. I know I'm missing several more. It's Minnesota and OKC.